I don't know whether you follow happiness. I mean, that's a state you're in.
Hey everyone, thank you for watching the Chaiur Coffee Show, and this is the CAC Arch series. And here we talk about art, architecture and design. This episode is a tribute to the most talented person, or I must say most talented artisan, Laki Senanayaka, who is from Sri Lanka. Come, let's have a look at his colourful legs. Laki Senanayaka can be described as a jack of all trades. His exhaustive body of work include architecture, screen printing, batik, dyeing, illustration, agriculture, currency design, poetry, sculptures, painting, landscape design, and most recent dive into the world of digital art. Laki started his career as an architectural draftsman at an architectural firm by name Billamoria and De Silva, Pieris and Panditaratne. He took up this job as he thought it was the closest job he could get where he could use his art skills. Within a year, he was sacked from the job for starting a trade union. This led him to work with a young architect, Valentin Gunasekara. This is where Valentin introduced him to architecture and music. Meanwhile, Valentin invited Geoffrey Bauer and Ulrich Plesner, who worked with him at Edwards, Reed and Begg, the leading architectural company in Colombo in the 50s, to criticize his projects, a practice common at AA where both of them had graduated. Geoffrey, being impressed with the drawing style of Laki, offered him a place at his office. It is here that he learned the skill of drawing perspective from Ulrich, which he later used to draw old buildings in great detail. With this skill, Laki and Barbara Sansoni went on to measure draw numerous old buildings for over 30 years, and they came up with the book called The Architecture of an Island. After being with Geoffrey for a few years, he went on to work with the very well-known fabric designer Ina De Silva, who was a very good client and a dear friend of Geoffrey. Laki and Ina had several great adventures and explored numerous things at her batik workshop. Laki continued to collaborate with Geoffrey on many key projects. He has done large-scale murals and reliefs for Geoffrey's Triton and Neptune hotels. He is famous for having done the chandelier for the Sri Lankan Parliament. This chandelier was inspired by his drawing exploration of a double coconut tree at the Peradeniya Botanical Gardens. Another noteworthy work of Laki is the famous balustrade sculpture for the Lighthouse Hotel in Galle. It contains larger-than-life human and animal sculptures which were crafted and made in a span of 6 months. Laki has produced numerous large-scale sculptures and fantastic artworks. Most of it being private commission artwork remains hidden from the eyes of the world. His approach to landscape design and sculpture is an idea where he loves the aspect of nature taking over the sculptures and places. His residence, Diabubula, is a beautiful example for that. Diabubula means water bubble. It is also an evergreen water garden in Dambulla. This place is a serene setting where nature, sculptures and animals coexist, and this is where Laki draws most of his inspiration from. Laki's output represents the richness of Sri Lankan life and experience in a matching diversity and richness of expression. He had a very spontaneous approach to drawing and techniques. This most often caused an outrage amongst the conventional artists. But his art is single-minded, witty, musical, outrageous and most importantly delightful. One of his most important creations are the owls. His fascination and childhood memories of the owls have inspired him to do many sculptures and artworks based on it. The epilogue to Laki's book on owls is written by Laki and gives a glimpse at the enormous capacity for humor that he possesses. Laki Senanayaka, the cheerful and loving person, continues to inspire us to love our work and enjoy what we do. Let us celebrate this legend and spread the joy of art, architecture, and design. Wasn't that amazing? And I'm sure what we all learned from this is that there are many ways to approach a design. And Laki, through his multidisciplinary approach, has shown us that art, architecture, and design are indeed interconnected. Thank you so much for watching the Chai Or Coffee show, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.